The 90 Day Fiancé franchise is filled with lovable cast members, but it also features plenty of franchise villains, and it's time to talk about disliked stars who don't get a ton of attention. Over the past 7 years of extended franchise content, viewers have seen dozens of cast members who've been called out for their bad behavior towards their significant others or the partners of their children. While many 90 Day Fiancé cast members are perceived as scoundrels, some underrated villains go virtually unnoticed. There are numerous examples of obvious 90 Day Fiancé franchise villains who have gotten bad reputations. Leda Margarita is widely regarded as the meanest franchise star, although Jeffrey Paschal's recent domestic violence conviction may mean that he's now the biggest villain of all. Big Ed Brown also tops fans' lists of worst behaved cast members, in large part because of the assault allegations made against him. Meanwhile, the mother and son duo Debbie and Colt Johnson were known for their uncomfortably close relationship and rude behavior towards others. In the past, Colt and Debbie's misdeeds negatively impacted his romantic relationships. Other major franchise baddies include Darcy Silva's ex-boyfriends Jesse Meester and Tom Brooks, as both men are boorish, and have been called out for seemingly being con artists. Additionally, cast members such as Lisa Ham, Devin Clegg, Tanya Maduro, Paul Stale, Evelyn Villegas, and Angela Deem are slammed for being selfish and inconsiderate partners. Meanwhile, Stephen Johnston is the latest 90 Day Fiancé franchise cast member to earn true villain status. So which rogues and rascals flew under the radar, failing to get the criticism that they deserved? Stephen Friend is one cast member who is often forgotten when it comes to franchise villains, but the 90 Day Fiancé Season 6 star displayed incredibly alarming behavior. American man Stephen and Russian woman Olga Koshambetova were each only 20 when a summer fling resulted in Olga getting pregnant. While Olga handled pregnancy and young motherhood with grace, Stephen flew into rages and tantrums that appalled viewers. Stephen often blamed his childhood for his issues, though Olga did not use the fact that she grew up in an orphanage as an excuse to misbehave. Most shocking was the fact that Stephen was jealous of the attention new mama Olga devoted to their infant son. Stephen's controlling nature and arrogance left many viewers unsettled, especially in light of how little sympathy he had for his partner after childbirth. Evelyn Cormier from 90 Day Fiancé Season 5 is one cast member who flew under the radar. However, the then 18-year-old small-town woman did not treat others with kindness. Evelyn, who married Spanish man David Vasquez Cermeño, did not have any issues with treating people rudely. She came across as very arrogant and stuck up to audiences. Evelyn thought that the United States was the center of the world, and at one point, made her friend cry after she berated her about not being in love. Many viewers panned Evelyn for having an elitist attitude and seemingly thinking she was better than everyone around her. Meanwhile, David was called out for dating a teenager when he was 27. Mark Shoemaker from Season 3 remains one of the most controversial cast members of all time, though some viewers have forgotten about the American man. Mark was 58 when he brought 19-year-old Filipino woman Nikki to live with him in the United States. This move raised many eyebrows, especially since Mark already had 4 adult children, all of whom were older than Nikki. The creepy way that Mark controlled Nikki, treating her like a child, made many viewers deeply uncomfortable. 90 Day Fiancé fans have seen many age gaps in relationships, but the one between Mark and Nikki definitely stands out. Related, 90 Day Fiancé cast members accused of being out of touch with reality. Brittany Banks appeared on 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 2 before also starring on 90 Day, The Single Life. The American woman showcased her shockingly bad behavior on both shows, first with Yazan Abu Harira, and then during her search for love. Brittany was blasted by 90 Day Fiancé viewers for her complete lack of cultural sensitivity when she visited Yazan in conservative Jordan. The American made a terrible impression when she brought booze along and did little to amend for her cultural ignorance. Meanwhile, Brittany displayed her bad attitude on The Single Life, where she was often rude, entitled, and deeply lacking in communication skills on her dates. Brittany has been panned as one of the most immature 90 Day Fiancé franchise cast members of all time. Andrew Kenton is one of the latest villains to enter the 90 Day Fiancé franchise, after his uncomfortable Season 8 relationship with Amira Lalisa. Post-split, Andrew tried very hard to blame Amira for all of the couple's issues, which resulted in her being detained in Mexico, and eventually, their split. However, viewers instead called Andrew out for holding so much ill will towards someone he once considered marrying. Andrew did everything in his power to ruin Amira's reputation and make fans turn on her, which showed a disturbing level of anger. Though he does not receive much attention from viewers, Andrew's actions towards Amira showed his true colors, in the eyes of many 90 Day Fiancé viewers. Laura Jbali appeared on The Other Way. When it came to being called out by viewers, she somehow flew under the radar. Laura was 51 when she appeared alongside her now ex-husband Aladdin Jbali, who was then 29. Laura's time in Qatar was absolutely cringe-worthy, especially since she was fond of phrases such as jiggy jiggy. The Canadian woman was called out for being ignorant, insensitive, and condescending, due to the way that she talked to Aladdin and other people. Viewers sympathized with Laura's adult son Liam, who was clearly affected by his mother's questionable choices in men. Laura was called a negligent mother, as her primary focus was on receiving attention and starting drama. The Canadian woman unsurprisingly had a nasty split from Aladdin. The breakup happened shortly after their marriage. Most recently, she has been subtly accused by Evelyn Villegas and Corey Rathgeber of spilling the news of their secret marriage to 90 Day Fiancé fans.